Some dogs are not trying to be difficult. Sometimes they are trying to survive a feeling they cannot explain. For weeks, Rusty barked every night from Daniel's apartment window. At first, the neighbors tried to ignore it. Then came the complaints. Then the angry knocks. Before long, everyone in the building knew his name. Rusty was that dog. Daniel was exhausted. He came home already tense, knowing the night would probably end the same way. Barking, apologies, silence for a few minutes, then barking again. One night, after another complaint slipped under his door, Daniel lost patience. "Rusty, stop." The dog froze. For a second, the apartment became quiet, but Rusty's ears dropped. His body lowered. His eyes moved away from Daniel. That was the moment Daniel understood something he had been missing. Rusty had not learned calm. He had learned fear. And fear never stays quiet for long. The next morning, Daniel tried something different. He pulled a chair near the window, sat beside Rusty, and watched the street with him. No shouting, no punishment, no quick fixes. When Rusty heard a noise and stayed still, Daniel rewarded him. When Rusty looked back instead of barking, Daniel praised him softly. When the barking started, Daniel waited for the smallest pause, then helped him settle again. It was slow work. Some nights were better, some were not. But little by little, Rusty stopped treating every sound like danger. The hallway was still noisy. Cars still passed outside. People still moved through the building. But Rusty began to look at Daniel before reacting. That small glance changed everything. Then, one stormy night, thunder shook the windows. Rusty jumped up and barked harder than he had in days. Daniel felt the old frustration rise in him, but this time he stopped. He followed Rusty's stare toward the street below. Under the rain, near the entrance of the building, an elderly man was lying on the pavement. Daniel ran downstairs. Neighbors followed. Someone called an ambulance. Rusty had not been making noise for nothing. He had noticed what everyone else missed. After that night, Daniel never expected Rusty to become silent. Dogs bark. They notice things. They react to the world in ways people do not always understand. But Daniel listened differently. Because behavior is not always disobedience. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is stress. Sometimes it is a warning. And when we stop trying to control every sound, we may finally hear what our dogs are trying to say. A safer dog is not made through force. A safer dog is built through trust.